So it has come to this. Good men, torn from their kin, to rage and spill the blood of other men's foes. But we will not be forgotten.
Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to OLC TV for some more Total War Saga Troy. So this is part of our faction preview series, and today we are going to be looking at Hector, and I still love the bronze statues changing to real people. Hector is, of course, the Prince of Troy, Hector of the Shining Helm, champion of Troy and heir to King Priam. Renowned for his courage and unwavering devotion, leads the war effort against the Achaeans despite his objections to the conflict. Hector is, of course, the big military commander for the Trojans in the Iliad. You know, I don't think I can really spoil the Iliad given how old it is. Dies pretty badly to Achilles and then has his body ravaged in revenge for the death of Patroclus. Yeah, we get an opportunity to avenge him in digital form. Now, Hector's has the exact same things that you always get when it comes to victories, the Total War victory and a heroic victory. He has an epic Homeric victory chain of 12 missions. He needs to make sure that he wins the Trojan War. So you've got to take out all the major factions, basically. The Myrmidons, Odysseus, the Spartans, and Agamemnon all need to be taken out if you play with him. He is, of course, Priam's heir, and so Priam will give you tasks, and if you get tasks, you gain his benevolence. If you gain maximum benevolence before your brother, you can confederate him and the city of Troy, making you a huge faction. And of course, you can't let Troy fall to her enemies. You're part of the Asuan League, so the more land your allies control, the more positive effects your armies will receive. So you don't necessarily need to be building yourself up in your territory. You can let your allies do stuff. Armies will move quicker on the campaign map, have more morale and less upkeep, and recruit cheaper units. And helping your allies might cause them to thank you with a gift. So basically, be a nice guy, you get tons of bonuses. His recommended playstyle is based on, it's the polar opposite of Achilles, where Achilles is super fast and an absolute thug in battle and emotional to the point of self-destruction. For those of you who have read the Iliad or whatever, I think he has an 18-book sulk. The Iliad's like 24 books. He has an 18-book sulk, I believe, which could well be the longest sulk in literary history. Hector is the opposite. He's all about duty. And so where Achilles has these fast-moving, brutal soldiers, Hector is all about standing, steadfast, tough, heavy, expensive, well-armored units that can be used in crushing frontal attacks, basically the counterweight to Achilles. He can't, of course, hire the archers, but he has the defenders, which I think he is. He can get fighters and he can get warlords. He is all about fighting. And his unique faction units are Hector's Chosen, a medium unit class that are immune to flanking with an excellent attack and are shielded. Now, immune to flanking is unbelievably powerful because flanking wins you battles. If you can get behind the enemy troops, they break. If you're immune to flanking, your boys don't break. That makes them exceptional. He also has the Champions of Troy, who are Spear and Shield, heavy infantry, excellent defense, can switch weapons. That means that they can use their spear two-handed, but they'll lose some of a defense bonus, but they will gain an attack bonus, or they can use a shield and a spear, and they will lose attack and gain defense. And they have a special missile weapon, so they can chuck stuff at the enemy before engaging, which is very useful. Odysseus' troops pretty much all do that. It's incredibly powerful. And then, of course, the Guards of Troy, who are a heavy spear and shield infantry, good defense, can switch weapons. They are very, very similar to these guys, except they don't chuck stuff. Now, Hector of the Shining Helm, champion of Troy and heir to King Priam, had already made a name for himself at the onset of the Trojan War as one of the finest warriors of his time. The prince was renowned for his courage and unwavering devotion, leading the war effort against the Achaeans despite his objections to the conflict. Likewise, when Paris returned from Sparta with Menelaus' wife Helen, Hector voiced his disapproval but stood firm by his younger brother. The noble warrior, raised from birth to lead his father's armies, was feared by his enemies and could turn the tide of battle through sheer bravado and military cunning. Wearing an ornate bronze armour and carrying a shield, he wielded his mighty spear with skill and ferocity in equal parts. He is the son of Priam and Hecuba, so he gets 10% plus bonus morale to all units in his own territory. So defense, he gets massive morale bonuses, and he gets extra gold per turn, and gold is quite useful as a resource. So, enough of the talking. It's time to go in. Let's defend sacred Troy.
Are we mere playthings of the gods? Or do we plead divine influence to justify our foolish choices?
He's taken her! He's taken my wife! You've risked the safety of Troy.
Troy is my home now.
You have my oath, brother. She will be returned to you.
Brother, I can fight!
Go. Seek shelter. There'll be plenty of fighting ahead.
The wrath of Achaea will descend upon Troy. Paris acted in love, but he has incited war. Whether the walls of Ilios will endure, only the gods can tell.
Paris of Troy must pay!
O man-killing Hector, the sons of Achaea will cross the sea with 1,000 ships, not just to take back Helen, but to kill every last Trojan and burn Troy to ash.
Brother, your foolish passion has doomed us.
You rule over the innermost region of Troad, from the city of Zelea. Reckless Prince Paris has taken beautiful Helen to his holdings on the Trojan coast. Reprisals have already begun. An Aeolian incursion has ravaged the south. The raid was launched from Lesbos, but they do not yet fully control the island. To the north, Aeneas holds the Hellespont for Troy.
Fear not, noble cousins. I stand with you.
On the nearby western islands, your god-touched brother Troilos protects the coastal waters in the name of your father, King Priam. You must bring together Troy's disparate forces to counter Achaea's inevitable vengeance.
Okay, so here we are. Hector of Troy, Priam's heir. Old Priam, king of Troy, seeks to determine which of his sons is worthy to inherit the throne in his place. Hector and Paris must therefore prove themselves before their father. Whoever gains the most favour will instantly become master of the city. I mean, you would have thought, given Paris's recent cock-up of magnitudes that are sending 1,200 ships in this direction, that he should be disqualified from this, but hey. The Aswan League. Troy cannot face her enemies alone. It is therefore up to Hector to gather a host of allies in defence of his father's kingdom. The more land controlled by his allies, the more formidable Hector's cause will become. Standard baby's first battle, we've got to smash the Macarians. But before we do all of that, let's have a quick look at the general stuff. So, objectives are here, where you can see your progress towards your completion of the game. Royal decrees. Now, before we look at royal decrees, just have a look up here. We are producing food. We are producing wood. We are not producing stone. We are producing bronze, and we have 5 gold, so we're not really producing gold. The royal decrees are technology. And these basic starting technologies will allow us to get a small amount of these resources for free without needing to have a specific province or buildings to produce it. Excuse me. So, We need wood. Wood is for building. It is extremely important to have a lot of wood in the early game. Wood and food are king. I would say as well for Hector, because every character has their own specific needs. Like, for example, Sarpedon really needs gold. But for Hector, bronze as well, because a lot of his troops are heavily armoured. So we're going to issue a decree to get some wood in, so we can increase this number here. Diplomacy, negotiate with other factions. So this is a little bit different from other games, and it's quite fun. So you can see here the economic resources. If it's red, it means that character has a lot of it and does not want it if you trade with them. Whilst these ones are the ones they're short of, and these ones they could live without. So we have defensive alliance with these guys. Dardania, we do not have anything, but he would quite like a defensive alliance. Come on, big man. Let's do this. What can you offer me? You can offer me a lot of food. You have food production by the looks of it. And by the way, these barter agreements, they can last for 5 to 10 turns. Whilst, for example, here, a single barter is more like a demand resource function. So this is your trade agreement, but it has a time limit. Now, for 5 turns, I would quite like some more wood. We're not producing a huge amount of wood. And we have a lot of room to play with here. Yeah, keep going. Keep it ticking up. We'll have that. And then we'll have a chunk of food, because even though we're producing food, it means we can recruit more soldiers. Come on. Oh, a little bit too much. There. And no, too much. No. Okay, fair enough. That'll do. So for 5 turns, every turn, next 5 turns, we will get this much in resources for this deal. That works for me. Accept my offer. Fantastic. Paris. We don't have an agreement with Paris either. We will. Paris is at war with Asia. We're both at war with Macaria. I think there is mileage in having a agreement with him as well. And again, Paris, throw me lots of wood. Wood is for building. We're probably going to thump him for some stone as well, because we don't have a huge amount of stone. Can we? I know he needs bronze, but there we go. Just as make weight, done.
I'd be foolish.
Excellent. And then we have all of these chaps who are still relatively friendly with us. And I'm not going to go through all of them, but certainly with these guys, when you look at them, like,
All right,
get military access, build up your relationship, because you want to build this league. For all of these guys, non-aggression pact. Yeah, let's do a non-aggression pact, because it's going to help build up the league. He has lots of food. Just throw some food at me for now. So for Hector, this is basically what your gameplay is going to be like in the early stage. Get your friends close to you and build it up. And there we go. We have just made a lot of friends out of that, and this will give us benefits. Now, after diplomacy, you have divine will. This is the gods. Now, you have all of these different gods, and they will provide you different bonuses depending on your respect or the prayer you do. A prayer will cost you food and gold and last for 4 turns. Hectum will cost you 500 and will boost the respect up to 70. But it ticks down by 10 every turn. So you want to bear that in mind. You can keep it up by building shrines to that god, and you can worship multiple gods at the same time. And each one of these gods will give you different bonuses. And so you want to look at your initial position first and decide which one of these gods is going to be best suited for your position. Because, of course, one might be very good for your faction, but you may not need that specific bonus at that time, for example. And to be honest, like early on, with all Total War games, you get a mission to build up your troop numbers. So early on, there is a huge benefit in just going for, I think it's Ares, and he gives you +1 local recruitment capacity. So there's a benefit to doing that. I also will take note of the amount of food I have and see if I can just quickly produce that number of troops anyway without needing to do it. After that, we have the Aswan League. So here we have his unique faction mechanics. So you seek to build a strong alliance with the other kingdoms of Anatolia to act as Troy's shield against attack from within and without. Attack from without only, not from within. The larger this new Aswan League grows, the harder you must fight to defend it. So our allies are Troy, Dardania, and Paris. The size of the league is 5. So active friends, we have +10 morale when defending, and the alliance level is active at 4 allied regions. So we have 5, so, this is working for us. Ilios, friends of Ilios, and then this will increase when we have 10, and you'll get +8% campaign movement range. When it's 20, you get all of this. When it's 40, you get all this. And when it's Aswa, you get all of this. So it's super, super powerful. After the Aswan League, we also have Priam's heir. So this, again, is unique to this faction, where you have to do what Priam asks you to do. While Priam's attention is preoccupied with Troy's needs, his advisors will inform us of his will when the time comes. Once a powerful and fearsome ruler, Priam has grown concerned with his legacy in his old age. The king of Troy is grooming his 2 favourite sons to inherit the throne after him. If you are to rule, you must compete with your sibling for your father's benevolent assent for your ascent to the throne. In addition to fulfilling his request before your brother does, you can sabotage your rival's efforts to undermine your father's opinion of him. Remember, only the most worthy will be named King Priam's rightful heir. Priam's sons cannot declare open rebellion against their father. You may not declare war on Troy. So we can undermine Paris, and of course we can do all of these things which will give us more benefits. And as we increase, we start to get boons. So if we reach this before Paris, we will get a high-ranking hero for free. Do this, we'll get another high-ranking hero for free. We do this, we get another high-ranking hero for free, and if we hit this, that's when we get to control all of Troy. It's very, very good indeed to complete his whims, or at least try to. Now, we have here, to our north, we have Skepsis, the town of Skepsis under Andrastair. They hate us. So there's option for growth up in that direction. These guys are not particularly keen on us, so there is relative growth here. And we, of course, have Gargara here, which, if we take, will complete our entire province. Now, we also have building options. Same thing as with Warhammer. The minor settlements have a cap of 3 levels to improve. So, like this, goes up 3. But if you wanted to build this, for example, this is the maximum you'll be able to get it up to. You cannot get it up to this. So there is no point building it here unless you really, really fancy something. Also, about the provinces, you'll see they have these little squares here. This tells you what type of province it is. This is a provincial capital. This is a farm settlement. This is a bronze forge settlement. This is a forest settlement, so you get wood. This is a gold mine. So these are very, very rare. And the fact that these guys hate us is worth going to smack them simply for that. And so each of these resources here, there are stone quarries as well. I don't see any nearby. Yes, there's one here, stone quarries too. So each of those settlements will give you more of that resource. And you can produce stuff here. For example, I will build this, and this will give me 60 food per turn, which will be very, very nice. You also have your special buildings, which are unique to the settlement itself. So, for example, in this, we can have a Trojan Tower, which will give us all of these champions of Troy. We can have Hector's Guard. We can have a Hero's Hall, which will bring us Hector's Chosen, and we can build Priam's Residence, which produces happiness, which is quite nice, and food. Other options we have, all of the military buildings, of course. We have different things here, which are like warehouses and stockpiles, allow you to build agents, and then the temples, which will allow you to boost the favour of the gods. So all have their own benefits to play around with. As far as recruiting goes, recruitment works in the same way as Warhammer, so you have to choose your units, then wait a turn, and then they appear at full strength. I much prefer the Three Kingdoms recruitment, but, I'll live with it for this game. In Hector's army, we have Hector, of course, himself. We have some swordsmen who have poor morale, but a good attack, and they have shields, which means they're pretty good against skirmishers. We have the Guards of Troy, who are solid. We have some militia warband who are dribblers. We have some Trojan warriors who actually hit pretty damn hard. but they have low armor, so they need to have a level of protection. They are your flanking troops, essentially, in this army. And we have the archers, who have really good missile range. Right. With all of that said and done, it is time for Baby's first battle. Let's go thump this guy. So no god is on our side, because we have not, persuaded a god to go with us. We could, of course, have done that, but I did not, because I'm saving my food. We have a garrison here that can aid us in this battle, which will make life very, very easy. He has some spearmen, which are relatively solid, and a lot of skirmishers. These javelins are very good. Very good indeed. You have a scout terrain button down here where you can see the battle map and the battles as well. How they have done the terrain really affects the battles now. So let's go in and have a look at how battles work. Hector as well. I much prefer the faster moving units, but Hector at the beginning, because his troops are quite high quality, like his front line is very, very high quality. You can get away with just thumping the enemy into submission, but once you get the opportunity to create some faster moving troops, he becomes super powerful because his front line just doesn't budge. And then if you can outflank the enemy, you win battles so quickly. You now also have the weather conditions, and we can wait for rain, etc. to affect. Of course, we have archers, so it doesn't really benefit us to do so. Right, this is the battle. Now, you'll notice that when you scroll over different types of terrain, you have different things. So this is forest and scrubs. It allows some troops to hide, it reduces combat efficiency for large units, and it provides a 40% chance for missiles to be blocked. There is as well, I don't know if I can see any on this battle map, but you have long grass. No, I can't see any. No. You have long grass, and long grass allows light troops to hide in it. You have mud that slows everyone down. So yeah, it gets quite complex with how this works in a way that the other one doesn't, and the actual weight class of your troops makes a huge difference. So we've got some reinforcements coming with the garrison. 1, 2, 3, 4. I want these guys to come up here. I don't want them to come up here. No, I want them to come up here because they'll be faster. These guys are the guys who are going to do the bulk of the fighting and the dying. So that I can save Hector's unit to besiege the city.
Close enough to taste.
Thank you. Shift you in there. We'll have you guys coming up behind. You as well. Just over here. We'll have your swords here. Have Hector here. And we'll have the archers at the front. Right, just to get everyone into position. You boys have just arrived, have you? Good. Right, up you come. Rush up here. It's a good thing you're the skirmishers because you'll move more quickly. Catch up the rest of the army. And like I think I've said before, flanking is absolutely key in this game. So if we can have one army hidden here, and then we'll come up on the enemy army wherever they may be hiding. Because you see the fog of war is slowly decreasing. We will see them eventually as we crest this hill. Then once we know where the enemy is, we'll be able to engage them, hopefully with my garrison units, to get them killing, and then use Hector's units to finish them off. Right, we're going to come down this way. So, skirmisher, archer here. Skirmishers are going to advance into this tree line here. You are going to follow up, and the clubs will come behind. You are a fighter champion, so you're perfect for this. Excellent. Hector has lead by example. He has this 2 uses. Some things he doesn't have any, so I can't give you an example. Some of these abilities they get, you need to fill your rage meter. You get rage when fighting. And also you can get Aristeia points, and Aristeia gives you a huge benefit in battle. Right. We're almost in position. We are almost in position. They are starting to maneuver because they've seen this army advancing, but they cannot see Hector's force, which is absolutely ideal. Archer and archer, if you don't mind, on those Achaean slingers, please. You guys come up here. You guys can follow up. You and you club behind. Right, my own archers are beginning to rain hell on these guys here, which is really quite nice. It means they realize we've got archers in the forest. They have shields, so it's going to take a little bit of killing for my archers, but as they move to their flank, they will become in trouble. You guys shoot at them. You guys, if you wouldn't mind, deal with them too. You continue to kill them, because now they've moved to their side, we're going to do more damage. Hector, shift up. Guards of Troy, shift up. Archers, shift over here.
The foe has
Go, go,
sighted
go.
your hidden units.
Hector, charge. Right, you can move up here now. Shift you down here. You guys shift up. Let's go kill them. You're throwing your stuff. We're going to lose some casualties in this unit because the slingers are extremely good at dealing with them, but I'm not overly fast. You guys shift down here. You're going to advance. Right. Hector.
Your warriors are losing.
Boom! Yeah, they can run away. That's fine. I'm not fast. Come on, shoot the crap out of them, please. Hector is absolutely going to cane them. Our clubs can shift up. Our weak as piss spears can move into that direction. Hector is thumping these people. Shift up to that flank. You're holding here. You charge. Charge. Advance. 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 Come on, down you come, down you come. Hector's doing his bit. We're going to throw in our man Skedios into that fight. You guys can chase them. Focus down their skirmishers, please. They're just running through my lines. They're going to really hate that. You shift here. You guys, if you don't mind, can advance. Have a look at the battles, have a look at the heroes fighting, because they will seek each other out in battle if they're nearby. And you can see there's their man, there's our two heroes, both trying to gang up on him, but he is running away. This battle should be over in seconds now. Charge. Charge. Go, go, go. Hunt. You guys, chase. No, take guard mode off. Chase, chase, chase. Keep them going. You guys as well. Shoot them. Ah, clubs come back. They're coming back. Yeah, it's just this unit left. If we can smash that unit, Hector, if you wouldn't mind just chasing them down. You chase them. You focus on him. Bring him down. You guys chase the Achaean slingers. They're dead. You can chase the Achaean slingers too. Go. Kill. And that should just keep them from doing anything useful. Focus, you guys as well. Focus on them. They've shattered. It's just that unit there. Let's speed it up. Because as soon as we caught them, they're in trouble. Okay, you think you're going to be clever coming around that direction? Guess what? I have a unit over here as well.
One of your units
Go.
has no more ammunition.
Stop being such a bellend and hit them. End battle. Good. Decisive victory. So as you can see, the archers are pretty powerful. We've barely lost any troops. 11. Hector took a little bit of damage because he was basically dealing with the army by himself. I cannot wait for Blood to happen. I absolutely love this. Decisive victory. Standard options. Get food. You get morale, or you get replenishment. I'm going to take the replenishment.
My experience grows.
Defeat the enemy, fantastic. Muster the troops, have 12. We've won, how wonderful, everyone's happy. Now, Gargara, what is there? They have light swordsmen, they have a protector, they have slingers, young spears, militia, and lots of slingers. Well, I think we'll see if we can head straight for it. It says a close victory. Let's have a look at the battle map. Because settlement battles are quite interesting. This isn't really much for settlement battle. A little bit different from the others. So we'll go in here. We'll thump them. should be easy. Argenon is going to suffer. Slingers are irritating because I don't have enough shielded troops. If you have shielded troops, the slingers are not a problem at all. Dry is absolutely fine. Yeah, I'll start the battle. Here we have the long grass, so we can actually hide in this long grass. So, they look like they're advancing straight up to me. Great. Let's go over here. Come on. No. Yeah. Yeah, go on. Over here. Run. What I want is you guys to come here. I'd like you to form here. You to form here. 1, 2, 3 in here. And Hector to be there. Please. Just reform our lines. Now we know where they are. They think they have numbers, so it's going to work for them. This will allow my light troops to hide. Our swordsmen need to be a tiny bit faster. Please. Right. In you go, archers. You advance up here. Swordsmen into there. You guys come in here. And clubmen can come over here. Archers. Just there. If you don't mind. Right.
Your hero is under attack.
That's fine. He can take it. He can take it. He can absolutely take it. It's these guys that can't really take it. They've got the shields and everything else, but, you know. They are still light. They are wailing on my guys. So it's time to advance. 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 Go on. Get into that forest, if you don't mind. You guys, start your rage going. Get in there. Charge, 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 charge. Up we come. Now with the light infantry. Come on. Charge. Smash straight into them. Excellent. Right. We've got this. Boom. Let's have a boost to these chaps. They're in there. And charge. Now. We have our clubs. Our clubs are pretty talented. I'm going to shift the archers around to the flank as well. Clubs, I'd like you right there. How are we holding in the middle? We're holding okay. Yeah, apart from my militia warband. Which isn't ideal. Clubmen are going to come right into the rear here. And hopefully thump these guys into next week. Guys, told you, over here. Right, they're running. That's okay. Hector, just thump in here, please, if you don't mind. Break these guys, break these guys, break these guys.
Your warriors have been routed.
Come on. Grow a pair, archers. Get into position. Right, shoot them. Right, Hector has won that battle. Young spears and the guards of Troy will just keep thumping up there. They will hold. These guys will come back in a second, so I'm not worried about them running away. These clubmen I am worried about because their morale is shocking. Good men, you've come back. You're going to form up here. Pull your lives together, you bloody swordsman. Hector, pop this again. We're just going to keep thumping. You guys. Can we catch them? Just make a nuisance of ourselves. How have those light swordsmen still managed to survive that? We're killing these guys in good number. Good. Just in time. Get your asses over here. See, straight up the middle. Nicely done. They're broken. Shift. 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 Actually, clubs. Charge. You guys. You don't mind advancing over here? Get them. You guys chase them. These boys here, they're fine. They can hold. They can hold. So I'm not overly worried. We've broken them. Fantastic. Shift over here. Clubs, I need you to chase them off the field. And Hector, are you seeking him out and hurting his face? Not really. Not really hurting him. You have sought him out, though. which is great. Really good news. They've broken. Some of these guys must come back, so we'll reform over here. You guys are probably not needed in that fight, so go kill. We'll take guard off, and we'll shift you to chase after them. You guys rain your arrows on them. I think some of their slingers are going to come back. My club warriors, once they get hold of those guys, should be fine. You can shift over here, because we're probably going to need to deal with these Achaean slingers. Yup. Right. Come on, club boys. Not club boys, spear boys. You've got to deal with them. You're chasing them. But you know what? Sod it. You're not going to catch them. Come over here.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
That's fine. They can sight whoever they want. Oh, what? My spears ran to their swordsman? On what planet? On what planet does that happen? Come on. Right. This has become slightly irritating. Shift over here and deal with these guys before they become too much of a problem. Right. Have you caught them yet? No, you're probably not going to. You have to win that. Your morale is better. This militia warband better come back. You've broken them. Good job. You shift over here. They've broken. These guys need to die. They need to die. They really need to die. They've all broken. Spectacular. Go chase. You can rejoin that fight and help Hector.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Wasn't my best fought battle. I made some mistakes with deployment at the beginning, but it's fine because Hector's troops, his main troops, are just incredibly tough. You see, I won it just by them holding the line. Close victory. I'm surprised I didn't get Academy victory. I didn't lose that many men, to be honest. You see the kills they got. They're just awesome. So the low morale troops, they broke pretty easily, but they do tend to come back, which is quite nice. Of course, I do want to get some better troops into this army. More solid, reliable troops for the front line. Occupy, loot, and occupy, sack, or raise are your options. Done. Province secured. Now, once a province is secured, you have the options here to boost your province through many different ways. Happiness, establish spy network, trade. Recruitment cost to all army units is quite good. I do like increase to resources as well. 5% is not to be sniffed at. But I think I'm going to do that for the near future. We've got some veterancy for these chaps, and we can now start to produce some more soldiers. We don't have any good options for soldiers. However, I would like some of these guys. They're very good. Very good indeed. Trojan warriors, club infantry, yes please. They will have to do for now. Multiple existing types of buildings. So let's get rid of you. We don't need you anymore. We have something more useful. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, that will be the turn. So we've taken that out, which is very nice, very handy. Oh, what's Paris doing? He's going to see Helen. No, he's going for Hamaxitos. Paris' special function is he sort of needs to be nearby Helen. If he's not nearby Helen, then they both have pretty devastating effects to happiness. But it also gives him a couple of bonuses as well if he's away from her. Priam's deliberation. Prim continues to ponder which of his two sons he should name as the heir to the realm. Recent events have influenced his judgment in the matter, brought him one step closer to final decision. Prim's benevolence towards your brother has changed by 3. Piss off. Royal decree, which will take 6 turns. Why has it? What has that prick done? Support your brother. +2 for a common. Okay. So these are all the things we need to do. Gain Apollo's favor. So there is mileage. There is mileage in going boom
We shall make sacrifice.
for this. To gain his favor. We'll see. Gargaret is a food settlement, so let's start fooding it up. And then over here, what do we want? Interesting. Do we want agents? Do we want food? Lumber warehouse? All of that stuff's quite useful. Practice range is great. Archer chariots, Trojan slingers, no, not that fast. Archers would certainly be useful. I think we'll go for military buildings here. We need to recruit 2 more troops as well. So unfortunately, it's going to be the swordsman. Yeah. Bye-bye. There. We're going to get some swordsmen into this, and that'll push us up to 12, which will complete one of our goals. We're just going to leave him here for this turn as well. Paris, who is Paris fighting? Paris is fighting Macaria. So, where is Macaria? Have we not destroyed them yet? That is the question. No, we have not. So I don't know where... they're down here. Right. So, we're going to have to shift down there, and we'll get benefits for dealing with his enemies. So we'll build up the army, and then start moving down. Paris, of course, has his own settlement stuff that he needs to deal with because of Helen, so I don't think he's going to head down there before I do. Priam's heir, Prim's liberation. Laying the foundations. A thriving settlement. Okay, so Priam's heir, we can't undermine him yet, but once he gets over 300 gold, then we can do it. If he's wounded, then we can do it. Or if in the same region and we're a higher rank, we can do it. So it's all quite nice. Well, let us see. Okay, ensure population happiness, gain Apollo's favor. Brilliant. Sweet. Okay, so all of our provinces here, they are going to ask us to upgrade our towns soon enough. I'm definitely going to upgrade one of them just now anyway. We still can't produce those troops. I wonder what their garrison size is like down here. Not huge. We don't know if they have an army though, because we have no agents. I am going to, I think, take another turn. I'm going to boot these guys because the militia, they're not very good. I'm going to get some more Trojan warriors and some more skirmishers. And then after that, I'm going to start to head south to deal with these guys. And gain some favor. Priam's heir. Laying the foundations, construct any building. Good. Trait gained, firm but fair, +1 happiness. That will work in our favor too. Righty-ho. It is time to move. So we're going to shift off down here. We have, of course, leveled up, which I have not done yet. So you have a choice for level up. You can choose one side or the other. Usually one's about yourself. Usually one is about the others for many of the people. But for this, it seems to be self and self. Vanquish gives charge, bonus, and speed. It's quite powerful. This is armor piercing and weapon damage. Interesting. And then, of course, you have these to upgrade it. Again, you need another skill points. You need to level up. Charge, bonus, speed, melee attack. This will give me armor piercing damage anyway. That gives me some more armor piercing damage and more weapon damage, but it does reduce the attack interval. I think I will go for Vanquish, you know? I don't like having my attack interval done. Right, we're now in position there to start to create problems if we wish to. We do not have the means to upgrade anything else here for now. As far as the Aswan League goes, we are starting to build up, which is really quite nice. And as far as Priam's heir goes, Priam's whims, we we need to give 50 gold to Troy, defeat the Chian heroes. Okay, so we'll be in a good position. We're actually going to completely override him. Okay, he's got an army here. We're going to completely override Paris very, very quickly if we deal with this. Quite nice. It's going to give us stone and bronze as well, which would be very, very good. Upgrade a settlement building. Priam celebration. Yeah, benevolence has changed. For the gods. Priam's whim. So we need to build an altar of Apollo. And we need maximum strength. So an altar of Apollo. We need it in this settlement, unfortunately, which I cannot do. Right. Missions. Damn it. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that right at this moment in time. That is a shame. Growth plus 4 to resources. We'll take that and we'll upgrade this while we can. You, my man, can go into normal stance and let's go. No god is on our side. We are going to be fighting a relatively tough battle here, but it should be a good laugh. Scout terrain. Do we have? Yes, we have a proper settlement here. So proper settlements mean that when you go in there and you take it, take this like settlement icon here, then you have a timer which will eventually give you the opportunity to win. Let's go in and fight. This should be fun. So he has reinforcements coming. I wonder where they'll be coming in, or whether or not I'll be able to beat them before I have to go for the settlement itself, or if they're all in there. I think they're all in there. Yeah, they're all in there. Okay, so these settlement maps don't change that much, I've noticed. We've got an opportunity to flank around here, which will be quite fun to use. Or we can just go straight in head first up here. So they have a blockage here where you can't go through. They usually have some slingers or something doing nasty stuff there. But you've got this to block the area out, and you can attack and outflank the enemy. It's quite nice, quite useful. What I'm going to do is position some heavies here with a couple of light troops and my archers. No, not my archers. My archers are going to stay over here, sorry. And all of my skirmishers. I think I'm going to ignore this flank for once. Usually I use it, but Hector's troops are not as fast moving, so I'm less interested in it. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. You guys are my weak dribblers. We're going to have you backed up by these guys who are slightly better behind. You're going to be in the front, and we are ready. Right. So you guys can just advance up here. Yeah, see, he has his javelins there. They always have skirmishers in that position. So you shift over there and start shooting on them. You guys, I put you here because, yes, they always have their heroes here. That is something I've noticed about the AI in this game. They always have their heroes in the center. You three can shift here, please, because you can start to throw things. Everyone else is going to get into position. Yeah, as soon as you can, open fire, loose your arrows. I'm surprised they didn't have their slingers closer, because their slingers have decent range. But we can start to do serious damage to these javelin throwers, because these javelin throwers are a threat to our shielded infantry. The slingers are less of a threat. So we want to take these guys down as quickly as possible before we advance. Hector can advance a touch. We'll have you guys shifting straight into that. You guys here. You guys can come up behind. Keep advancing. You can be there, and you guys can come up behind too. We want to try and engage over here, and that's why I put my heavy troops here. They shouldn't really break. Shouldn't break very easily. In this small space here, we can guard their flanks quite well. These guys will do their best to hurt them. That is the unfortunate thing. But they should be able to hold and suck in a number of their troops. whilst over here we can then just create havoc, kill people, and come around and flank and win the battle. That is the idea. Whether it happens that way or not, we shall see. Come on, archers, do your magic. Right, you guys can also advance just a touch. You guys can advance. Didn't mean to have the swords there. You guys can advance behind. Come on, come on. Just bring these guys down. Once they've run, because these guys, when they come back, there's only 54 of them. They're not really a threat. When these guys are down, we will be able to start fighting. Oh, really? You think that's going to make a blind bit of difference? It ain't. If you wouldn't mind, chaps, they need to be dealt with. Hector. They have some spearmen here, and they have some militia over there. Well, advance. Behind. Just advance up here. Advance here. You, charge. How are we doing? They've broken. Good. I need you to, go on, get rid of these javelin throwers. They've come back. They have come back. Excellent. You have done precisely what I hoped you would do, and all got suckered into my heavies, which means I can now move my Trojan warriors into your flanks. If you guys can move right the way around the side, that will be magnificent.
Your hero is under attack.
Yeah, I know. I told him to. Charge and charge. Get in there. Clubman, can you get round the flank? Out of curiosity or not? I don't think you can. That is a shame. Archers, you can shift over here now, and we have better use for you. This fight is...
have been routed.
Hey, my clubmen have been routed. Wow. That happened very quickly. They will be back, though. Because especially, there's not many of them dead. Come on, lads. Come on. Push through. We've got a battle on our hands here. Round you come. Go. You guys, position yourself. Oh, you can go straight through, so just go straight through. I thought that fence was going to block us, but it doesn't. Brilliant. Charge. Charge.
The warriors are losing heart.
Yeah, that's fine. They will be fine. Pop this on this unit here. You guys come round. Come on. Charge. We're attacking here. They have come back fantastically. You guys have come back. Come on, throw your spears into this mess. My boys here, the guards of Troy, will hold. Right, we don't need two of you doing that. So can you come out? Come here, please. You guys, now you're back, can come into their rear. Stay on them now. Now we spread them out just a tiny bit. You guys are advancing here. Hector, off you pop. You guys into the side. Advance up here. Yeah, very nice. This is going to be a slaughter as we advance down here. Go on, keep going. I only need one of you in that group. Yep, good men. Back you come. Back to the fray. Come on, lads. Keep throwing your stuff. They are still holding. The guards of Troy just hold. They are so good. So that general has disappeared off around there somewhere, having his own party to himself. We're going to have to deal with him eventually. You stay on them. You stay on them. You stay on them. Archers, come down here to support. Hector, you are slow. I need you over here. You're going to come in for a rear charge. You boys, keep throwing stuff at them. They should break eventually. Young spears. They get a charge. We get a charge. This is probably not going to end well for me. Yeah. Didn't end well for me, but hopefully the numbers will tell. Hopefully the numbers will work in our favor. You guys are going to come around here. You guys keep chasing them. Archers, I'd like you to shoot those slingers. Hector, in you go.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
Well, that's not a bad thing. You boys over here. They've broken. Okay. You boys can come around this flank here. Hector, focus on them. Guards of Troy, focus on him. You lads, all the way in. Now we've won this flank. Yeah, our numbers are just telling there. We're going to win. Archers are shooting. Keep pushing through. You guys keep pushing through. Take guard off. Chase. Take guard off and chase as well. You keep shooting. There. Broken. Excellent job. Advance.
Victory is close enough.
Chase. Take guard off. You guys are out, right? Chase them. You chase them. Make sure they don't come back. You and you. You don't need to be in that fight. You're going to come up here. Right, they're all breaking. Take that off. Go chase. Make sure they don't come back. How is he still here? His army is shattered. He is still here. He's shaken though. That gives me some hope this will be over quickly. Right. You two, I'm going to need you to just chuck spears at him. Speed this up. Let everyone get into position. Archers, I'm going to need you to throw your arrows at him. Chase those light swordsmen. Right. All of you on him. Over here.
Soon hold the enemy's victory
Yeah,
point.
we're winning. We are very much winning now. He is wavering. We're not going to kill him. They're bloody hard to kill. But we have won. End battle. Decisive victory. Boom. Lost almost 500 men. That was quite bloody. These boys took a pounding, but they held, which is important. They killed a good number of troops. If we had 2 units of them, oh my god. You don't need that many. This isn't like other Total Wars where you sort of race to get as many high-tier troops as you can. You can't do that in this game because of the balance of the economics so easily. I'm not saying you can't do it, because you can, especially late game you can. But you end up with these quite balanced armies of like mediocre troops with a core of very, very solid troops. Exceptional warriors found in Milatine. Fantastic. Decisive battle. Trait gained, sapper. Trait gained, bold. And we have killed an enemy in battle. So we can recruit harpies in this place. Now, Lesbos. Do we need that? Lesbos isn't. No, we don't need that. Go away. But before it goes away, do we want some militia warband? I hate the militia warband. Yes, so now he's leveled up again. We can add this, or we can choose one of these. You can always go back and get one of these later on if you wish to. Formation specialist, ammunition, missile resistance. That's quite damn useful. Fatigue reduction is also extremely useful because your troops get fatigued very, very quickly. Vanquish is good too. Units always begin battle with fresh. Oh my god, the power. Force march starts, get attacked, use always fresh. Oh yes. All day, every day. 1, 2, 3.
I can and will.
They're not the best in the world, but they will do a job for us. We can build something else in this province here. So we can get... I think actually we'll wait. No, we won't wait. We will get this. Fantastic. Right, and ladies and gentlemen, that I think is where I will leave it. So from this point onwards, what I would do is upgrade this next and then build a temple. I would use our man here with his extra 3 troops to go in and smash Philomedes, and then go for Eresos and take that out. We can produce harpies here, but we don't have control over this territory here, unfortunately. And he's friendly with us. So what I would look to do is build a harpy production unit in one of these 2 settlements. so we can get some harpies. They're quite nice. After we have dealt with that, then it is time for war. Over here, definitely want this bloody gold mine. Definitely. Go smash some of these people, see if we can bring in some more friends into the league, and suck up to Priam. But ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you've enjoyed this faction preview. If you have, please feel free to drop a like and subscribe down below, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time for more Total War. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye-bye.